welcome Karen! You look gorgeous, as always. Dance marathon session on Saturday. Great show. Let's start. Vanessa and James and their waltz, an incredibly emotional performance that really moved the judges. It seems almost mean to pick on the finer details. Why don't you get higher points then?
Yeah, I think we've got to pick on those finer details to help her, actually, because if we take this section that I've got here, it's really the beginning of the dance and we can see the emotion. She's been told to control herself, and I love that. But if she's not learning the discipline, the basics, we need the swing, we need the movement in this dance. And even though she's doing the basics here, which were lovely, they weren't strong. They're not going to help her in the long run. We want her to stay in the show. So I need her to get driving through those basics. Don't worry about emotion. She will get that. That's the easy bit to get.
OK.
She's got to learn to dance.
Learn to dance, Vanessa. Susanna and Kevin and their tango, the judges were hugely impressed. But there was quite a lot of comments about her frame being slightly off. Can you explain more to us?
Yeah. Early weeks, we've got to nail choreography, timing, frame, and hopefully a bit of technique. But that frame comes in really early. So think like a picture frame, has 4 corners. We need our 2 elbows and our 2 knees. That's the formation the foundation of the frame. And then you just think about moving your centre. Don't think about moving the top. Now, if we have a look what Susanna was doing here, it begins, even on these twisting actions, the arm will get carried away. Here we go. It's really flat and it's moving. You see, each kick, the frame is moving. That should be locked in, and it should only be the legs moving.
Kick from the legs. OK.
Kick from the legs.
Not up here.
Exactly. No, shouldn't be disturbing that frame at all.
OK, I reckon framing will be better this weekend with, she's back in the ballroom, of course. Sophie and Brendan's Charleston, 4 9s. Judges loved it. The whole country loved it. Incredible.
This lady is the queen of cool, unruffled in any way. Look at her, but she delivers the most impeccable timings. She's keeping up with Brendan. Together, they are the most incredible team. This is my favourite part. The knees, the feet flicking, everything, immaculate timing, first class.
First class, so good. And we must point out Brendan's incredible choreography. He said he didn't want it to be a typical Charleston. What did he do that was slightly different?
I think a lot of the lift work that they did. I mean, again, this cool look, and then bang, she's flipping backwards and forwards. But do you know what? I think it's our first professional going for a double crown. He's after that Strictly partner. I tell you, I think he can get it.
From Hardy, Brendan Cole. You better live up to that. How exciting, though. Deborah and Robin and their cha-cha-cha. The judges really enjoyed Deborah's performance. But Craig thought her New Yorks were a little bit stompy. New Yorks? New Yorkers? Yep. What do I call them?
They're called New Yorks.
OK.
And they were a little bit stompy. It's a step that we've got to nail. They're steps that change direction. And they're straight away here. And, you know, the feet are facing the wrong way. I'm going to show you just very, very quickly.
Is it a demonstration time?
Demonstration time. Very quickly, when we do a check, it means to change direction. So we turn the foot out, that stops where we're going, and it moves us back again. So quite simple, step in, turn the foot out, lock the knee in, and it releases us. OK, we don't want to see a bent knee or a turned-in foot.
OK.
There we go.
As simple as that.
Simple, simple, simple.
OK, perfect. Fiona and Anton in the cha-cha-cha. She started out brilliantly, made a few mistakes, but on the whole kind of impressed the judges. Darcy particularly loved the triple into the plank.
Yes.
Explain what that means.
Oh, the plank. We all know the plank. We all got to do it in our aerobic classes.
Yeah, at the gym.
We'll get straight into it here with the demonstration. She's doing a lot of work. There's twists, there's changes. She's putting the arms in, she's getting the emotion, and then drop. We're going to get a turn, another drop, and into the plank. Now, that takes a lot of work. Normally, we would see the professionals picking up and... Anton made it look like she was a feather. So that shows me, again, second week running, she's doing a lot of work herself. I'm secretly impressed with this young lady. I think she's going to...
Don't tell anyone. OK, Natalie and Otto in their waltz. Craig admired her Natalie Lowe-style head rolls. Were you impressed?
Oh, absolutely. Now, going back to what I was saying about the frame, lock the frame in, work from your centre. The head, they say, is the third of our body weight. So you get the head positioning wrong and everything will fall after it. This gorgeous young lady, as we're going to see now, she doesn't only just gently turn the head, she throws it into a double action. So there's the gentle movement, and here it comes, whoosh, and it speeds up. She could have fallen away from Artem, she could have pulled him over, she could have made him run the steps wrong. Flawless. week 2.
I know, seriously impressive. Abby and Aliette in their cha-cha-cha. Again, praise from the judges. Bruno felt, though, that she threw her free hand away. What does he mean?
Yeah, well, even in the Latin dances, we still have a frame. And one of my things I teach all my students, if in doubt, stick them out. You can't fluff them around. You've got to stick those arms out.
Oh, the arms, good,
That's right. Now, in ballroom, we can quite easily see the frame. But in Latin, we need to see it as well. If this is moving, if the elbows are moving, it disrupts the picture. So quite simply, if in doubt, stick those arms right out.
OK, if in doubt, so if I keep doing that, you'll know that I'm...
We can get more creative as the show goes on, but at the moment, she doesn't want them all floppy and flimsy.
OK, thank you. Rachel and Pasha and their salsa. The judges weren't bowled over. Darcy said she thought it was a bit wishy-washy. What did you think?
Yeah, it just needs... She's the most stunning young lady. It needs a bit of sex appeal. You know, she's gone into this step here where Pasha's going to grab her by the arm. Whoosh! We're in a nightclub in Cuba, and then, oh, she comes up all gooey-eyed and completely lost. She needs sex appeal. She needs angle. She needs the womanly instinct. You know, I've talked about it, and I will talk about it again in the future. Bang those angles in, a few elbows and a bit of attitude, and she will look amazing.
OK, she could just believe in herself a bit.
Yes.
So a bit of, yeah. I know when you're dancing with Pasha, that must be quite hard to concentrate. Karen, thank you very much. We'll talk about the boys later on. So, after a strong